I'm doing this video because of a subscriber request. I'm putting it up on, you know what, I'll put it up on both of my channels. My first channel is my gadget channel, or where I do open boxes or look at things that I normally buy for myself, and I share the information with people. That's the M as in Mary, T as in Tom, A as in Adam, N as in Nora, D as in David, I as in Ida, Z as in Zebra. That's my first channel I have. It's my gadget channel. It's MT and IZ. And then I have a second channel, which is drive-through, walk-through. That's where I take video of landscapes of my driving and of buildings and streets and the area, which I enjoy capturing for nostalgic reasons and for history reasons, you know, to have it forever. That channel is drive-through, walk-through. Drive, common spelling, through, T-H-R-U, and then walk, common spelling, through, T-H-R-U. And I started that channel, I think, last year. And I just capture where I go to share it with others. Anyway, on that channel, the drive-through, walk-through, a subscriber of mine requested that I show them my setup, how I do my videos. So this is a GoPro 11. Okay, GoPro 11. Let me just show you I'll show you the settings in a minute, but let me show you all the physical things. GoPro 11, I got this, all this stuff is from Amazon. I will have all the links below. This is my setup. This is a 10,000, is it 10,000, right? Yeah, 10,000 mAh power supply, power backup, power stick. What's nice about it is that you can use it as a tripod. As for myself, I'm sort of using it with magnets. That's how I use it, with magnets. So this will allow me to continue to film. I think I can get about an hour on a battery on 4K, 60 frames per second. I think super view. I get about an hour of battery life here. So what I do is I plug this in with the battery inside. For some reason, when I plug it in without a battery, it doesn't work. It's glitchy. It will shut off on you eventually if you do get it on, or that's what's happening with me. This is my second one because I thought there was something wrong with it. So I replaced it and it still did the same thing. So I think it's something that this specific model does that I have. So I just leave it continuously charging the battery that I do insert in here. So technically I get about 7 hours, I believe. I hope that I did the test already on a video on this actual device. I get about 7 hours and an additional hour here. So I get about 8 hours of continuous filming with this battery backup. 8 hours. It's great. This is my remote. I use it within the car. I usually give it to my passenger, and I will tell the passenger when to turn on and turn off the camera. And this is a reason I got it. Oh, this is the magnet. This thing is like super duper strong. I've gone on roads in, I think it was Pennsylvania, that have a speed limit of up to 70 miles an hour and not even a flinch. And no matter how windy it got or anything, it really held up. I did a video on this also. You can see me lifting my my old car's hood. I lifted it up by sticking it on the hood. I was actually able to lift it up. So it's a really strong magnet. It doesn't come off at all. This is my whole setup. There's a reason why I got a second one. I had to get a second one, and I added this because in order to put on and remove the magnet, this helps me with some leverage so it doesn't snap on or snap off. Now, the reason I don't want it to snap on and snap off is because my old car, this was just my setup here, and I had a metal top. It was a van, and I was able to just pop this on the top. So now I have a car that has one of those long sunroofs. I forget what they call them, 360 view sunroofs. I'll show you in a moment. So now I had a glass roof. I have no metal roof, it's glass. So this allows me to put it on the other side of the glass, and the magnet magnetization of that is very strong as well. I've gone on that road at 70 miles an hour, not a flinch, nothing comes off. It works very, very well. I have no complaints about it. So let me just show you the settings I have within the camera. I almost forgot, before I go there, I actually purchased the cinematic lens. I'll have that link below as well. The cinematic lens, what I like about it is the way that it treats light. It doesn't let it glare. It's sort of, it's that cinematic view. It does very well, I think, in dark situations and situations where it's dark and you have a lot of light. This deals with the light a lot better. I think it also captures just a little bit more than the from left to right, not from top to bottom, from left to right. I have that other lens, the super lens, the mod, the GoPro mod lens. I have that one. I used it for a long time, but once I got this, I loved this because it gave that cropped view, and all I want to show is the buildings, not really the people or anything. So this helps in getting the exact angle that I want, or the exact video or capture that I want. I have it at a slight angle, as you can see. The reason I have it that way is to prevent the top of my car to come out on the video. I don't like the video, I don't like my car to show up on the video, not even one little piece. So in order to keep the hood from showing up in the shot, I have to angle it just right. This took a long time to get correct. I had to keep trial and error until I got it perfect. And this is the perfect settings, and now you don't see the car anymore. I got the easy, this cost me, this is from Amazon, this on and off GoPro screw-on thingamajig. That works very well because it's long, so that I can actually get to it, and if I need to, I can take it off and put it on easily. Makes it life a lot easier. That was almost $20, that piece right there, and it's aluminum, so it's pretty light. The reason I don't longer do plastic is because the plastic ones, because I like to film even in the winter, the plastic ones would end up getting affected by the weather and would eventually crack. So I couldn't, I stopped using the plastic ones. It just, you know, there was a point where I had one on, a plastic normal one that comes with the GoPro, or the ones you purchase on Amazon for a very low price. And what occurred was that I couldn't get it off. Even with this, I actually still have this connected. This is the normal GoPro removal tool, the locking mechanism, and it cracked. The whole plastic just cracked off. So I had metal to metal. I had to go get pliers and unscrew it. So I didn't want to go through that anymore. I purchased this. This has worked very well. It's aluminum. It doesn't get affected by anything, and it just works. This is my setup. Let me see, these are my iPhone chargers that I keep to the side. Another iPhone charger, white. This is my GoPro remote charger. So now, since I do get so many hours of battery life from the GoPro, I have to keep this charged. This lasts about an hour, hour and a half, I would say, after numerous use. So I keep it plugged in. Now, you do this at your own risk, and I use only the cable that came with the device. So for safety reasons, I don't want no issues. I need this remote. I don't like to use my phone for everything, so I actually purchased the remote, so it's a separate entity, and it makes it easier for the person controlling the actual remote control for it. So the passengers, you know, they love doing it. I tell them, okay, no more filming, film, and they turn it on and off. Works very well. This is my sunroof. In the other side of the car, let me just show you. This is the sunroof. The problem I have is that this is not metal. This is also like a glass. And there's nowhere to stick it on the car. It's all sunroof, all the way to the back. So there's no sunroof. There's no metal that the magnet can stick to. And you know, one of the nice things is I actually don't have to climb on the top of the car anymore. I open up the sunroof, and this is what I do. So these black things here allow me to set up the camera exactly in the middle of the car. This is the middle of the car, so I try to align it straight across like that. So I try to bring this a little bit closer, so that way I get an idea of where the camera is going to go. So I put it through here, and then I place it on the top, and I get it right at the edge, just missing just a little bit. And I'll either film it straight, you can see the lens, or an angle like that. And then what I do is, because it's glass and I want to be very careful because I don't want it to make a glass noise, is I actually just put it there and here. This is all done before you start moving. See that? And then the reason I have this one is because I don't want the stick to be sticking down. If I put a stick, you'll never get this off. That's the problem. So in order to get this off, you got to open up the sunroof and remove this one. This goes flying down. You don't want to constantly do that. You could damage the middle of your car, the console in the middle, with this metal piece constantly falling. So I do this, and then I flip it up. This is just a normal mount, something that just bends. So anything that'll fit in a camera mount or camera connection here, just use that. And I use this as like my handle, and when I need to take it off, I just pull on it. That's it. And then I just bring the camera out, and I don't have to even open the door. It's pretty cool. All right, so that's how my setup, physical setup is. Let me show you my digital setup, or how I set up the camera. This is the micro SD card that I use. I love this thing. It works very well. What's nice about it being at 1 terabyte is I could film for days. I have a journal, a book that I keep, and I write down the dates and what I did and where I drove, so that I remember that. So I do have this is my journal. While I, at the end of the day, I fill it out, and you can see it's all beat up. I fill it out as to the date and where I went, so that way I keep track, because sometimes I'll be looking at green trees and I won't know when I did that or where I was. So this journal helps me keep track, so you have the pen there, of where I've been, where I'm going, things like that, or things I'm planning to do, to film. So that helps me keep track of it. This is the battery I use, the new latest and greatest. And again, 1 terabyte, that way I don't have any issues with running out of space. And I didn't mention this. This is my Windslayer. This is my Windslayer soundproofing. As you can see, it's pretty beat up. But what I did was, to prevent the wind, I don't like to use the digital wind settings. Whenever I use within the actual GoPro, there's a setting of high, medium, or low for wind noise. Whenever I use that, once in a blue moon on some of my videos, I'll get a crackling noise. Not a crackling from the wind, just it'll be just wind, and also you hear, and I don't know what that is. I saw that people just stopped using the application or the actual setting of wind noise in the camera. Ever since I did that, I have better luck. I don't get that noise at all, so I know it was that. So what I did was, to reduce noises, I got this Windslayer. Again, I'll put that down below. This one's been beat up. It's been a while. I have extras. I have like 3 more, and I switched them out, I think once every 6 months or so. And even with the Windslayer, I still add these little mic stick-ons. You see it. Let me see if I can show you on the top. You see it there? Let me. You see. Let me put on the light. So I even put these, the stick-on mic noise reduction, on where the mics go. So there's one up here, one to the left here, and one to the right. And I have my oh no, not to the right. I'm sorry. One up there. I'm sorry. One up there. Right there, as you can see. I have one here. don't think you can see. So you can see right there, I have one there, okay? And then I have one in there. So you can see that's where the on and off button is as well. It's just, I think it's just below the power button. So there's a mic there, a mic on top, and mic here. Okay, and then I put the cushion on top as well because it keeps, mostly there because it keeps the mics, these mics, which I find work better than this, in place. The funny thing is, when I first used these, they would just fly off because I could be going 30 miles an hour, 55 miles an hour, depending on the speed limit. And I always follow the speed limit, never above, never below. I try to follow the speed limit exactly of what it is. And these started coming off because of the wind. And the wind was blowing them off, basically. So I got the cover, and that's prevented that from happening. I also have backups of these as well. So let me show you the setting. This is pretty much my setting. I don't get too crazy. I'm not an expert. Let me go in there, let me see. So I do use the built-in stabilization. Works very well. I don't like 4 or 5K. I don't see the reason for it. Not many people have 5K. I mean, basically, if you have a Mac monitor, maybe, but besides that, no. 4K linear plus. I'm gonna go to edit, and these are my settings. Again, I'm not an expert. I'm just showing this to the subscriber that wants to know my settings. That's all. If you have any advice on these settings, that if you see them, please let me know that you suggest I use. I'm open to any suggestions whatsoever. But the videos come out pretty nice. I have, you know, GoPro does a pretty good job. So you can see the wind is off. So that's my settings. That's everything I have. This is just a charger too. I'll send you the info on this. The reason I purchased this is because it's slim. It charges 3 batteries at once. These are my extra batteries. I always carry extra batteries. I think I have like 9 batteries. So most of them are, I think most of them are the white ones, the new ones. USB-C charging, you put them to charge. This is the charging indicator. I've done videos on all these things. That's what I use to charge my batteries. And this is my whole total setup. I do carry a bag. This is my camera bag. I have microfiber cloths and any other accessories that I may need, see-through. And this is an additional GoPro that I have, a GoPro, I'm gonna say 9. It's my backup GoPro. So you can see the plastic. So it's my backup just in case. I haven't needed it yet, but this is the case I also use to protect my GoPro. So this is my total setup. Again, just let me show you. This is the camera bag I use. It's a low pro backpack. I carry everything in there with me. I also carry an, I know I may be exaggerating, but I carry an extra phone just in case. I may need that because I've had these remote controls go bad on me. And if I'm 200 miles away and I want to continue filming, I want to make sure I have the option. I don't like to use my phone to do that, so I actually have an extra phone as a remote control, an old phone. It's not, you know, but it works very well in staying in control of the actual device. This is my set. Oh, let me just show you. This thing here screws off. One of the best magnets. I mean, I can't even this is so strong. Now there are other versions like this, but I am not going to change brands. There must be a reason why these are so expensive, and they just work. They work. They're very expensive, but they work. And especially glass through glass, it works very well. But again, you do this all at your own risk. You are sticking a $500, $600, $700 worth of equipment outside of your car. So I'm just telling you what I do. I'm not telling you to do that, but that's what I do, and that's what helps me get the videos I get. A lot of people enjoy them, which I'm very happy about. And I'm hoping to grow my channel. The link will be below also for that channel, Drive Through Walkthrough. All right, so I hope you liked the video. I hope it helps. Thank you for watching. Have a good day now. Bye. Oh, and any questions, please feel free to ask them below. If it's possible, I do take requests, and I'll do videos of things you may need, you may want to see further.